The Jonesborough Storytellers Guild is the oldest continuing group of storytellers in the nation. And starting tomorrow, the Guild returns to live concerts in Jonesborough. Here with a preview are Judy "Butterfly" Farlow and Linda Poland. Thank you all ladies for being here. We appreciate it.
We're happy to be here.
I know y'all are excited to get these live concerts
yes,
going again.
Very, 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 very excited, yes.
Well, tell us about this first one that's coming up tomorrow.
Well, you want to, because she's our featured teller tomorrow
night. There you go.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's very hard to tell to a little tiny light and keep your expression going. And a storyteller depends on its listeners.
Right, get that feedback.
Right, get the feedback, watch the facial expression. So tomorrow is very exciting. We'll be back at the International Storytelling Center. And we've been there for the last couple of years, but tonight it just feels like tomorrow is going to be just right to get started. We've got a really good lineup, and I feel, really blessed to be the featured teller. I've got some good stories to share. Y'all come on out and see us.
Now, what? Yes. A lot of storytellers have a theme, have a traditional or a classic way of telling stories. How would you describe your way?
Well, what would I describe my way, Judy? My way, I love stories about people and events. And I've got a storytelling tour company, so I love historical stories. And my father was a combat photographer, so I have a lot of World War II stories. And I like stories that will pull the audience in, and you know that you have a responsibility as a storyteller. If you take them somewhere, you have to bring them back safely. So they, feel good about the experience that they've had.
And Judy, for you, storytelling, what does it mean to you personally?
A heart connection. That's the best way I know how to explain it. I think one of the things that we learned during the pandemic was that human beings need other human beings.
Exactly.
We need to connect. And for me as a storyteller, the story that I pick because I love it. And if I tell it to you, I'm sharing that love with you.
Right.
So that's what's the most important thing. I guess I'm an eclectic because I like a little bit of everything.
You like you just pick from different genres.
Yeah, I've never known a story I didn't like. So, there you go.
I was going to ask you, you say you're an eclectic. Do you you have one way of telling a story, or you change it up from time to time?
I change it up.
Yes.
Yeah, I change it up. And luckily now I get, on the other side of that, not only am I a storyteller, but I'm a character person. So I get to play Mrs. Santa, and I get to play Fairy Godmother.
She's a professional clown also.
And all that
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or
it is.
She's been to the White House and been as Mrs. Santa.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So.
Which administration were you there for?
People asked me that, and I told them I didn't care. It didn't make any difference to me who the president was.
I was just trying to get a time frame.
Well, they had a dog and a cat there, so that gives you an idea when it is.
We'll break it down.
I figured I was in the green room of the White House. I did not care who the president was.
But storytelling, I mean, it is it has went through revival after revival, and I think with the pandemic, it has went through another revival because people wanted to seek out stories, to find things to entertain them. Have you found that to be true?
It's very, very true, and thank goodness there was the virtual storytelling because it did keep us kind of connected, but it also, a lot of people said, more stories turn to healing stories too. And so it's kept that thin thread, but now we're ready for that nice big bow to tie us all together again. And all different kinds of stories. There's traditional stories, there's tall tales, and a lot of people say, oh, you're one of those liars, huh? We have to say, no, there's lots of type of stories that are historical or biblical or traditional.
Well, ladies, I wish we could sit here and talk about stories all day, but we got to give the folks some information. Stories and More series starts tomorrow, and each Tuesday. It starts tomorrow there at the International Storytelling Center there in Jonesborough. $5 for adults, $3 for students. If you need more information, check out the information right there on the screen.